Hey, this is Quinn here, and we're still talking about surrendering. I think we're going to stay on the fact on on the on the subject of surrendering for a little while here till I can you know, get all my surrendering out. It's helpful for others, but it's also helpful for me to talk about it because in these first 90 days, we need to do a lot of surrendering. We need to let go of our past ways, surrender to a new life, to a new way of thinking, so we can get things done. And one of the ways I told you I like to surrender is by saying, I'm not going to let other people destroy my peace, upset me, take me out of my character by acting like people. And let's talk about a way that this has happened for me. So one day I overslept for work, and I came to work late, and I get this phone call from one of my coworkers, and they were like, "Why didn't you wait call? Why didn't you let me know?" Da 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 da, like very aggressive. And I had just woke up, so I was like, "Man, all right," and I just hung up the phone. Okay, so I was just like, ugh, with the whole situation. So something said to me to call my boss and let him know that I was late. So I texted him. And told him, hey, I was running a little late. I'm gonna need my day off because I'm extremely tired and that kind of thing. So I get to work, and the guy is still going in and being aggressive and just doing way too much. And so I just surrendered to the point where it's like I didn't respond. I didn't give him any kind of action. So the guy wanted, while I was taking the day off to rest, the guy wanted me to come to work that day and to take his off day, which would be the next day. But I told him, I said, if you wanted me to take your shift, I would take it, but I don't want to give up my day because I don't want to make myself extremely more tired by making the same money. I would rather get some rest and then make the money that I'm going to make. But if I am going to tire myself out, then I would like to make more money for being super tired. So he didn't like that. He called the boss and told the boss that I was 30 minutes late, even though I was only like 15 minutes late. He wrote on the schedule. He was just doing way too much. And when the boss found out, he took an hour out of my check for being 30 minutes late, because that's a rule that they have here that I didn't know anything about. But I reached out to the boss, and I had the text messages, of course, to show him, and I had my Uber receipt to show him that I was to work on time, so he paid me half of the hour. I submitted. I didn't fight for the other half of the hour. I didn't say anything to the guy. When I came back to work after my surgery, I just act like nothing had ever happened. I started talking to him about, like, what's going on in the rap world or whatever. That's our normal conversation to keep things normal. I did not fall back into getting out of character or getting out of zen. I stayed very zen. I submitted to the whole thing. Like, it is what it is. Surrendering. It is what it is. So a few days later, which would be yesterday, he was late an hour, and I didn't call his phone. Nope. I just sat here and I surrendered. I said, if he comes, he comes. If he doesn't, he doesn't. If he calls, he calls. I'm not going to be aggressive. I'm not going to try to pay him back for the karma. So he ended up coming to work an hour late and ended up paying me $10 in cash. And you know what? I told him, I said, I wasn't even going to say anything. I wasn't even going to tell the boss, you're late. They don't pay me enough to be a snitch, so I'm not going to do all that. But he ended up paying me the $10. I took it. Okay, so I went home. I went to sleep. And I slept all day today. I got up for like an hour, and then I went right back to sleep. I was super tired, and I almost was late my own self to work, but I got here just in time. So as I'm working my shift, he calls, and he's like, you know what? I can't come in at all tomorrow. And I didn't get pissed off. I took it because it's right in time for Black Friday. I can use the extra money. Long story short is that by me surrendering my will to God, not trying to overexert myself, The Bible says, I will make your enemies your footstool. So what God has done for me, by me not fighting against it, not trying to get him in trouble myself, not trying to like give him the same energy he given me, he has given me back the money that he tried to take out of my check in cash. And now he's giving me even more money by giving me an extra shift that I'm glad to work because I slept all day. And the Bible says, I will make your enemies prepare a table before you. And that's exactly what just happened. That's exactly what just happened. The same guy who tried to take money off of my check is pushing extra money on my check at a perfect time because God made sure I was rested. I mean, are you getting it? Because I'm getting it, and it's so good to me. I'm getting it. It's on my check. I'm getting it. I'm out here getting it. You know what I mean? And it's so good. It's so good to ask God, Lord, what is your will? What is your will? Let you do it. I'm going to let you fight these battles. I'm going to let you take care of my problems. I'm going to let you talk to people. You handle the situation because you do it better than I do it. I surrender. I surrender and I submit to your will and to your way. And yes, it can be hard. It was extremely hard for me to shut the fuck up and not cuss this guy out. It was extremely hard. I am not that guy. I was not that guy. I am trying harder and harder every day to be Zen Quinn. But I did not start off as Zen Quinn. 70 days ago, I was angry Quinn. I was dramatic Quinn. I was too much Quinn. And God is helping me by me surrendering. By me saying, God, please give me the serenity to accept things that I cannot change. Please give me to accept the things that I cannot change. I cannot change the fact that this guy was an asshole to me. I cannot change the fact that he was late. I cannot change the fact that he's not coming to work. I can't. But what can I change? God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can. What can I change? I can make sure that I get enough sleep at night so I can work just in case I have to work and make this money just in case I have to make this money. I can make sure that, I'm in a good space by meditating daily, that when people bring negative energy to me, it's water off a duck's back. Water off a duck's back. Water off a duck's back. I can make sure that I take suggestions from other people who have been down this road before to let me know that, it's hard. It's hard to practice these spiritual principles in our life every day. But I can do it. You can do it. And here's how to do it. So, and the last part of that is asking God to give you the wisdom to know the difference. That's discernment. To know when to say something when things are getting out of control. When not to say something. When, God, I just give it to you. You know what I mean? Like, that's a very powerful form of surrendering. Don't let my will get in the way. And don't let my flesh drive you away. That's another way that I like to surrender to my higher power. Because my flesh, my lust and my anger, my feelings, my way of thinking can drive me away from the will of my higher power. And that will destroy my recovery almost instantaneously, because without keeping God first for me, I won't even think about recovery. I won't even think I need to recover. I would just be out here flowing with the wind, going to and fro. Almost like the devil, looking for who I can destroy. Steal, kill, and destroy. Like, that's who I am without recovery. And without God, I'm not even looking for recovery. So that's what happens if I don't surrender. That's why surrendering is so important to me, because I'm not Zen Quinn. If anything, I am evil Quinn, and I am happy to be it without God and without recovery. But I don't want to be that guy anymore. and I don't have to be. I'm free from active addiction at this point in my life, and I'm free from not being able to choose. I am empowered by the fact that I can make decisions today to do the right thing, to make sure that I increase financially, to spend time with my family, to take care of myself, self-care, to meditate, to pray, to do all these things that I need to do, go to meetings, read my book, whatever it is that you like to do. Now you have the options to do it. Before, we didn't have it. And the only way that I was able to do that is to surrender. I surrendered to win. I didn't surrender to give up. I didn't surrender to die. I surrendered to live. I surrendered to grow. These days, surrendering for me means that I live and live more abundantly. And you deserve the same thing too. Once again, this is Zen Quinn with another message about surrendering. Have a great day.